What's going on, guys? It's Lou Ballz. It was Lou Ballz.
Lou Ballz!
So with all the controversy surrounding the spider ball python, I hear a lot of problems and a lot of mixed opinions about what's going on, but not too many people offering solutions. So I was looking on Instagram and I saw a post from Marcus Jane, and he proposed something that I never really thought about. Now, me personally, I love the spider ball morph. I think it's beautiful, the pattern and the way it reacts with other morphs is amazing. It can be really, really beautiful. But it does have its issues. I'm not going to go into everything right now. There's a million videos out there. I have one. The point being, is there a possibility for a replacement? If we're having so many issues with the morph and we can't get people to be responsible about whether they're breeding the bad issues into their collection and selling it to people without them knowing about it, because let's face it, a lot of people get into this hobby and they end up either getting a pet from somebody as a gift, or they want a snake and they don't do too much research and they just go out and get one. So with that being said, a lot of people end up with a spider morph because it's really, really cool looking, but they don't understand the issues that comes with it. And so they end up getting sold an animal with a neurological issue, if that's the case. Now, like I said, I saw a post from Marcus Jane online, and he proposed something really, really cool. I'm going to post a picture of the post here. So what does that mean? We do have a Woma ball python and a hidden gene Woma ball python. Both pretty much the same. The hidden gene Woma just happens to act a little bit differently with some morphs than the Woma does. Now, statistically, there's less problems with the Woma and the hidden gene Woma than the spider ball python. There's more spider ball pythons out there, not enough Woma and hidden gene Woma ball pythons out there. And so we haven't really looked into the full potential and possibilities. Actually, Nerd from New England Reptile Distributors, Kevin McCurley actually has done a lot of work with it. That's where the soul sucker comes from. Could it possibly be a viable option as a replacement to the spider ball python? Here I have a hidden gene Woma. This here is my girl Katara. Okay? And pay attention to the pattern and the coloration. It's pretty similar to a base gene spider morph. The hidden gene Woma and the Woma look basically the same. They look really, really similar, aside from a few small details. Now, I do understand that the spider morph does thin out the pattern a lot when it mixes with other genes. But if you look at the same mixture and you replace the hidden gene Woma or Woma instead of the spider ball python, you notice there's a lot of similarities. I'm going to show some pictures here. Now, if you see, there's a lot of the same basic things that we love when it comes to the combos of the spider morph. Bumblebees, killer bees, the spinner blast, all of those things can be substituted. They might not look exactly the same, but it does give you the same idea. It does give you the same basic look of an animal. The pattern might be a little bit thicker, but the color is really similar. I didn't believe it at first when I saw the post, and somebody actually posted on it for me to look up a pastel Woma and compare it, and it's pretty similar. I mean, there's a lot of variation in them, so sometimes you might get a dark one, sometimes you might get a lighter one, sometimes you might get more blushing, sometimes you get a higher white belly, sometimes you get no white belly. That happens with all morphs. Any combo, you have a lot of variation in between. The one that stood out the most to me was the killer bee to the super pastel Woma and the super pastel hidden gene Woma. They look very similar, and in that case it kind of made me think maybe there is a possibility to replace it. A lot of people don't want to mess with the spider ball python anymore. A lot of videos are coming out and people are thinking about other ways to go about their collection. They're not pursuing the spider gene as much. There's so many of them out there. Not everybody needs to be breeding them anyway. So if you do want one, by all means go get one. I think they're beautiful. It's amazing to have in your collection. Just understand, you're not going to be able to 100% breed the spider wobble out of the spider. Eventually it's going to show up. You don't have the issues with the Woma and the hidden gene Woma as you do with the spider ball python. And that could be a game changer for a lot of people. Now, I don't have enough pictures to show every single combo that can be had with these two genes, but I do have whatever I can find, because a lot of people are not exploring the possibility that the Woma and the hidden gene Woma can make some amazing things aside from the soul sucker. The soul sucker being the lesser hidden gene Woma, granted, and not all lessers make it, but if you look at them, they look really cool. There's a lot of morphs that can be added to this that will make some amazing animals. And so maybe it's something that we can explore later. I know I jumped into this project because I want to explore it. I want to see my banana with my hidden gene Woma. I want to see what pastel yellow belly and hidden gene Woma looks like. I want to see what a lot of different things look like. That's really what I got into breeding for. I want to breed some cool animals because I want to breed cool animals. I want to keep some. Anything else, and you guys can have. I mean, not for free, of course, but it is what it is. But I just think these are beautiful animals, and I love the spider as well. I think it's a beautiful animal, but I might not be able to breed my killer bee fire. She's gorgeous, but she's really ditzy, and sometimes it worries me, you know? But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean everybody has to take it. Doesn't mean everybody is going to agree with it. But it's a possibility, and it made me think. Coming from Marcus Jane, I was like, wow, somebody that big is saying something like this. I'm not really sure they really mean what I think they mean. But then it was proposed to me to look it up, and I started looking up the combos, and they're the striking resemblance. It's really cool to see that there's a possibility with something else. So do what you want, do what you enjoy, do what you love. Just understand these animals are depending on us to care for them and to make sure that we're not making it worse for them. So if you want to keep breeding the ball pythons with the spider gene, by all means do what you got to do. I would just say do it responsibly. if you have one with a really bad wobble, with a really bad issue where it can't eat and it can't whatever, maybe it's not something that should be bred. With that being said, I'm Lou Ballz. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that notification. And yeah, I'll be doing more videos later. Thank you guys for watching once again. I'm Lou Ballz. Holla.